They stole his vehicle, murdered his 15-year-old girlfriend, and put her body inside the back of his vehicle. Cut it out, man. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. So
you know how cold-blooded and heartless you have to be to murder somebody and then go on your world tour and sing in front of millions of people, bro? That takes another level of like a sociopath where you're like disconnected from your human emotions, where you're just like, you literally don't care, bro. You don't care about anything. You don't care about nobody's feeling. In Invincible, he made a song called Feel It, and I like that song so much, bro. And now I can't listen to it, bro, because he's probably talking about this little girl and it's sick. This evidence proves rapper David murdered his 15-year-old girlfriend. Video by Poetic Flaco. If you didn't know, there's this rapper named David, spelled D4vd. I think it was like a week back, there was a Tesla found that had a young female dead body inside the trunk of the Tesla. My guy was still on tour doing his thing, and then it came out that this was his 15-year-old girlfriend. So yeah, that is the situation, and we're gonna see how Poetic Flaco breaks it down.
We may have on our hands right now the greatest murder mystery in Black culture history. This is one of those things where I've sat with this all day, going through this rabbit hole, not believing what I was seeing, not believing how sick certain people are, and just being befuddled as to how this could happen in front of everybody. How did this take place? If you guys are not aware, I'm talking about the murder mystery surrounding singer/rapper David. His stage name is D4vd. Right, but I think it's pronounced David.
Still waiting to learn more about the victim found inside the trunk of a car at a tow yard in Hollywood.
Police say the strong stench triggered the investigation, and Nowadays News reporter Sophie Flay is live near the scene where we learned the car is registered to a multi-platinum artist. Sophie.
Yeah, David, Giovanna, that's right. The LAPD tells us they are still in the very early stages of this investigation. But that tow yard, it's behind me here, and we've seen patrol cars coming in and out all day. We spoke to residents in the area who say they are in shock.
I've got more questions than I have fear right now.
Decomposing human remains found in a bag inside a Tesla at a Hollywood.
He was on tour when the body was discovered in the back of the Tesla at the impound. And naturally, people gave him the benefit of the doubt. They say, I mean, he's on tour. Possibly his Tesla was stolen and somebody did something nefarious with the vehicle once they stole it.
Just because the guy is on tour does not mean that he didn't do it. The body has been there for several days. That's a long time, which means anybody could hypothetically murder somebody and then just go on tour and abandon the car. The confidence in murdering somebody and then just leaving their body in an abandoned street somewhere is insane, bruh.
I suspect the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No. And I'm going to perform. We're going to perform on the 20th, me and David.
It's in the ween.
Let me do it. I'll make it. So,
period.
Do you think David did it?
Do I think he's a murderer?
Yeah.
Can't rule him out.
Can't rule him out?
Can't rule him out.
Damn. No way. No.
You know what I did think was incredibly soft? I don't know if it's
how
true.
do you steal a Tesla, though?
Huh? Wait, so you think it is him?
No, I don't
how
think
do you
it's
steal
him.
a Tesla?
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
No,
but also,
I don't think it's him either. I think it's like almost obvious.
That is another good point that he just made for him being the murderer, is how do you steal a Tesla? I can understand hot wiring a car and somehow doing it to like a gasoline car, but your brain has to be on a different level to hack an electric car, bro, like a Tesla.
But what's weird is that Crocs dropped him.
Yeah, why would they do that?
That's weird.
Yeah, and Hollister. Like, what? Why would they do that? Guilty till proven innocent? No. Innocent till proven guilty.
That was kind of strange because the days following the announcement that a dead body was found in the back of his Tesla at the impound lot, the brands dropped him. Like brands that he was modeling for, like Crocs and Hollister, they dropped him.
It's not even about him committing it or not, but it's the fact that he is in proximity of a murder because that car is in his name and, you know, he is involved somehow because that is his vehicle. So I could see how brands are just going to be like, yo, we're going to play it safe and we're going to wash our hands from this and we're going to let you go.
So that was the only thing that he really lost. But for the most part, nobody is really throwing out theories that he did this. Everybody thinks this dude is on a world tour. Somebody stole his Tesla, did something nefarious with it while he was on tour, and that's the end of that. That's until more details began to come out. Once we got fed more information, surrounding what's going on.
Why is he
with
making
this
that
dead
face,
body.
bro?
Once the details got out, once TMZ began doing their investigation, the theory that this Tesla got stolen and this person killed somebody and put the dead body in the back of the vehicle wrapped up, that got thrown out the window. Because the new information we got makes that scenario like empirically impossible. The theory that he didn't know what was going on was out the window once the police identified the body. So the mother of 15-year-old, 5'1", 171-pound Celeste Hernandez, once she heard what the description of the victim was, the mother called into the police station and said, yo, I think that's my daughter. And they was able to positively identify who the victim was. And the victim was identified as a 15-year-old named Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who's been missing for a year now.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine being her parent and your daughter has been missing for over a year, and the next time that you find out anything about your daughter is that she has been bagged up in the back of a Tesla? That is a parent's nightmare. Like, you have no closure over your kid for over a year, and then you find out that they're dead, bro. Oh my God.
That situation got progressively worse once we got more information. The mother apparently told the police that before her daughter went missing, her daughter let her know she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend name was David. She never met David, but she remembered her daughter telling her her boyfriend name was David. To make things worse for David, him and the victim have the same tattoo on their right index finger. It was a tattoo of the word shh. At the beginning of the week, this started as a murder investigation that may have included somebody stealing David's car, doing something nefarious, and putting a dead body in his vehicle. To David is being investigated for murdering a 15-year-old that he was dating. If the tattoo or her telling her mother she was dating David wasn't bad enough, people close to Celeste and David began to post pictures, removing any and all doubt that David knew this 15-year-old victim. They posted pictures of them together.
How do you make this girl go missing for over a year? She must have been okay and just like ran away with him. But that is so crazy. And then getting a matching tattoo. We haven't heard anything about like David getting like apprehended or anything, but that is wild.
Celeste and David on FaceTime with one of their friends. The friend screenshotted it and reposted it at that particular time. They called the friend at 3:51 a.m. Why was he chilling with a then 13-year-old at 3:51 a.m.? This situation without the murder is already career ending. This situation without the murder is already a situation that's serious enough to where I don't ever want to see this man make another song. This man needs to be locked away for life in cash.
For real, bro. I don't know what is going on with all these like famous people that have all the money in the world, and they just like talking to youngins. Like, what is going on? Like, we need to send these people to their own private island so they could just touch each other. I don't want to make this next video about another pedo, bro. I was just making a video on the FaZe Temper situation, how he was found out to be a weirdo. What is going on in 2025, bro? Like, they're just getting outed insane.
This is disgusting, bro. What would possess you to do this? This was not just a normal groupie or a fan. This was it was a 13 or 15-year-old fan of his that he began dating and harboring as she ran away. That's what the accusations are. Now, before we even get to the possibility of him murdering her, let's get to this relationship, okay, between Celeste and David, because it gets even nastier. The receipts that has surfaced gets even nastier. And, oh, by the way, that entire excuse of maybe somebody stole the vehicle and did something bad, he didn't know the vehicle got stolen, you can throw that out the window, bro. There's a 0% chance that somebody stole David's vehicle and then go looking for the closest person to David to murder. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. They stole his vehicle, murdered his 15-year-old girlfriend, and put her body inside the back of his vehicle. Cut it out, man. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. So,
you know how cold-blooded and heartless you have to be to murder somebody and then go on your world tour and sing in front of millions of people, bro? that takes another level of like a sociopath where you're like disconnected from your human emotions, where you're just like, you literally don't care, bro. You don't care about anything. You don't care about nobody's feeling. In Invincible, he made a song called Feel It, and I like that song so much, bro. And now I can't listen to it, bro, because he's probably talking about this little girl, and it's sick.
Celeste went missing April 5th of 2024, but the friends posted messages of them talking to Celeste April 29th of 2024.
I just read all this. What this gives me is that he's isolating her away from people who care about her, because over here in this text, she sounds like she's being secretive and telling people not to text her while David is around, and talking about, I fixed him, blah, 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 blah. So giving me that he's kind of got a couple screws missing up here. And this over here in the middle is her losing her virginity, bruh. Very sick things, knowing how young she is. And over here is kind of like maybe the last text of like her like texting like, oh, I'm gonna text you in about a week. Very sick things here. But yeah.
They're expressing like they know she's on the run, but telling her, hey, don't delete this burner Instagram. We still want to be able to reach you. And the message says, Anissa, do not text. He came back. He's crying. Do not text me. We don't know who he is. We can make our assumptions, but we don't know for a fact who he is at the moment. She then continues, I fixed, I'm staying, don't text, whatever that is. She says, I fixed him. I don't know how. We both cried to get her, and he changed his mind. I'm happy he did, though. And then this is where it gets disturbing, man, and it really made me throw up. So she wrote to friend, it can bleed and not bleed during blank, because you probably did it when you were younger. She then told a friend that she didn't bleed when she was engaged in intimate acts because she was horny. The friend responded, you said you bled. What? She says, I thought I did, but I just got my period. I only bled with David. She says, bro, this is just, I don't know, bro. This is just sick, man.
This is, bro.
I hate the fact that I have to cover things like this, man. This is just sick, bro.
There's so many levels to it, too. Like, it's the fact that she is young, super young, and he's old. Then there's the fact that she is deceased. And there are so many disturbing layers to this, bro.
So then the friend tells her, hey, listen, you have to swear you're going to stay safe. Are you still going to talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him. She says, I'm safe. No, I'm not. So she expressed here, for some reason, she was not going to talk to David anymore, that she was not going to get in any more trouble with David. So this right here, to me, is somewhat of a motive, that they got into it. They were having troubles. It was turmoil. Something took place to where the friends had reasons to ask her if she was safe, reasons to believe that she was not safe being with David. So then the friend says, okay, I love you. I'll text you in about a week. Don't delete Insta. Again, she's on the run from her parents. She's a runaway. The only person who knows where she is apparently David. Why are you with a 15-year-old runaway? Why do the 15-year-old runaway friends keep talking about her getting in trouble with you? Why do they feel like she's unsafe with you? What went on? And most importantly, about a year after these messages are written, she pops up dead in the back of David's vehicle. That's not suspicious to you guys? Like, that's not reasons to pause here and say, this isn't about a stolen vehicle. This isn't about what the other theories are. This is about somebody may have committed cold-blooded murder here. Here's more receipts of him communicating with her when she was 13 years old in 2022 in Discord. Now, and on your left is more screenshots of people who's been on FaceTime with her and David. My thing is, what would this dude, what was he doing on FaceTime with these kids, with these children, bro? Like, you don't have any friends your own age that you could FaceTime with? This is weird. This is sickening. He hasn't given any statement yet. Because the only statement he could really give, to be honest, that he really has to give is, yeah, that was my girlfriend. That was somebody who I was exploiting, but I didn't kill her, bro. Either way, you're going to jail. You are going to rot in a prison cell, bro. You're going to die in prison, bro.
And then he has the goal to go on tour after he does this. And it's wild that we live with technology and like the police is not even needed, bro. Like the internet did its own research. All the information just came out after the allegations came out. And all the information is just right in front of us. And now we could, like, definitively, maybe not definitively, right? Because the law hasn't taken its course. But we can say that there is motive, there is a reason, and that he was the only one in contact with her in this time frame. So,
Tom here, man. TMZ apparently confirmed that this photo shows the singer David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. Now, the person who posted this picture alleged that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret.
what?
Again, this is what TMZ is reporting. Not Poetic Flacco. TMZ is reporting this. Here's where things get a whole lot spookier. I'm talking about YNW Melly Murder on My Mind spooky, like when Melly was arrested for murdering his two best friends, and then the song surfaced of Murder on My Mind where he's rapping about murdering his best friend, but he wrote the song like years before the murder. We got something similar here, okay? So Celeste, her birthday is September 7th. We know this from the missing person poster. Her birthday is September 7th. David released a song on September 7th titled Romantic Homicide, where he raps about murdering his love interest. The song has about 178 million views, so it's a pretty popular song. Now, the lyrics from this song actually says, in the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. In the era where lyrics is being used in court, sir, you are cooked. You are cooked. Now, you want to know where this gets a little bit more eerie?
People are going to say like, oh, separate the artist from the art. You know, even though the artist is a weirdo, the art is still good and I'm going to listen to the music. But the weird thing is you can't listen to this music knowing what he was talking about. He was talking about his 13, 14-year-old girlfriend, bro. I'm not going to sing along to these things knowing that he's talking about his young girlfriend, bro. Are you crazy? So, like, I feel like those rules don't apply. The whole art, separate the art with the artist, bro. Like, this is a whole different ball game. Like, he was talking about what he was doing and with this child, bro. So it's another level of weird.
A little bit more kind of crazy and sociopathic. It appears she may have been killed on her birthday.
That's so messed up, bro.
She may have been killed on September 7th. The body was actually located in the impound in the back of the Tesla on September 9th. What we do know, right, is it was part.
This dude is a heartless freak. If he did it, bro, but like all this evidence is pointing to him, but this dude is a heartless monster, bro. On her birthday while you're on tour is insane work, bro. And I have a theory. I'm going to get to it at the end of the video, but that's wicked.
Parked outside for 2 days before they brought it into the impound on the 9th. The stench was just too crazy. They had to check. If the car was parked outside for 2 days prior, that means that he parked the car there on September 7th. And the car was there for 2 days before they brought it to the impound lot. That could possibly mean he could have murdered this person on September 7th because I would assume they were already dead when the car got parked. So they could potentially have been killed on the 7th, on the birthday, which would have been foreshadowing in that song. Now, this is spooky. This is insane.
This is another level of spooky.
I don't know what to make of this. What I do know is something does not add up here at all.
I've seen this theory floating around and it kind of makes sense to me. And it's the theory that possibly they were doing intercourse, as you saw by the messages, right? And eventually maybe she got preggo and possibly after she got pregos, he's probably like, yo, you're gonna have to get rid of this. And she's like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. I don't believe in getting rid of it. And then eventually he was like, all right, bet. So we're gonna get rid of you. And that's honestly the motive, I guess a motive that I could think about in my head, but obviously we don't know. But that's just the motive I could think about and what I've seen on the internet. And that is deplorable, bro. This dude needs to be sent down in a ball and chain to the bottom of the ocean, bro. Because this is the worst type of human, honestly. If you listen to his music, I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's cooked. It's cooked, bro, if you listen to his music. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Another grim video. We need to switch it up. Next video got to be something kind of chill, bro, because this is insane, bro. 2 videos in a row is wicked. If you enjoyed, please hit the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it a lot. It helps the channel a lot to grow. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time.
Head to the stars, 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 head to the stars.